Partner man who? It's your partner man who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner man who? You know what I'm talking about? Who? It's your partner man who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this Soggy Sunday? They ain't gonna never change, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. This one right here gonna be called Say Solitude, man. You know what I'm talking about? But before we get into that, what's good? People like hee hee ha ha, man. Ken in the pen, all my folks incarcerated, all my folks who went. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Did I say Ken in the pen, man? If I didn't, you know what I'm talking about? I'm saying if I didn't, you know what I'm talking about? Go get that stick up in stores now. You go get you some more 76 McCarthy Giants. Look at what I'm talking about. 82nd Hillside Barber Shop. You know what I'm talking about? Barber shop. You know what I'm talking about? You know, but if you know, you can come get them from me. You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, make sure you go get some of them things off of Amazon. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Make sure you copy your hardback. Funkadine trying the stores also, man. You know what I'm talking about? Swing that finger, young man. Whoo, worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? What you say, bro? Worldwide and see. You know what I'm talking about? What you say, bro? Worldwide Incorporated. What you say, bro? Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna say what that mean. I'm gonna say. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean, everybody. You know what I'm talking about, man? Everybody included, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu, Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Cutthroat, Lil Rue, not Lil Rude, man. Lil Rue, you know what I'm talking about? Talk to the player, that's who comes next. Get well soon, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Let's get through these disclaimers. Good brother like me, man. I don't promote no drug sellers, man. Good brother like me, man. I don't promote no drug sellage, no drug usage, no alcohol consumption. Don't take a sip of the sippers. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know, don't you take a sip of the sippers, man. Don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no kind of crime. I don't promote no kind of violence. I don't promote no kind of domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity, no, man. I don't promote shh. They was talking to me, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? All I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you go do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. We don't know how much of it we got, man. You know what I'm talking about? A good brother like myself, man, I ain't prejudiced. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the little people. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against nobody. He was talking to me, I just love me some everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, man. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? And that love. What you say, bro? That love. Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Hey, check it out. Come fuck with a nigga one time, man. Mama say, brush the whiskers when you on TV, man. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. You feel me? Brush them whiskers, mama said when you on TV, man. Shout out to everybody who don't got a dress shirt but still need the button they live. You know what I'm talking about? Hot top one. Oh, I see you, man. I say, bro, I see you get back, man. A little bit, man. You know what I'm talking about? A little bit, but what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this Say Solitude, man? Did y'all watch them fights and shit last night, man? Some barn burners. Hey, them niggas Pitbull in them, both of them niggas should have a concussion this morning, man. Them niggas was hitting each other hard as a motherfucker, man. David, man, what y'all think about that David Morrell and shout out 903 boxing? That nigga hella funny, man. Look, I almost had y'all ass again. Morrell didn't come through for me. I had Schoolboy though, you know what I'm talking about? I seen when they had Schoolboy as a big old not a big old underdog, but I seen when they had Schoolboy as an underdog. I seen I thought I had me when I was finna show you the real reason why they call me Underdog Arnold. Because that's really how I got that name off that boxing shit. You know what I'm talking about? Bruh could sniff a live underdog out the blue. You know what I'm talking about? I could sniff a live underdog from a mile away. I was listening to my nigga 903 boxing. They booed Cool Boy when he won. 903 said if he was out here, man, he would have been in Las Vegas jail, man. You know what I'm talking about? Look, 903, we would have found out when you was out here, man, about knocking somebody upside their head for the fight for the people, man, about booing Cool. But hey, if we would have found out, we would have came and got you. You wouldn't even have to worry about nothing. You know what I'm talking about? We've been right down there, all-star. You wouldn't have to worry about nothing, man. We've been friending that motherfucker like Malcolm X, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about 903. You know what I'm talking about? You done went down for the people. I promise you, if we would have found out you was in jail for knocking one of these motherfuckers on top of the head, we came and got you. You ain't had to worry about nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't got to worry about nothing. But yeah, just safe solitude. They say, bro, what you mean by that? Safe solitude, bro. Like last night was one of them nights. You know what I'm talking about? For Brett anyway. But for a lot of people who enjoy boxing and shit, they had a lot of good fights on. You know what I'm saying? Or like not really a lot, some action-packed shit though. You get what I'm saying? To make you like, damn. And I think I don't know if it was just David Morrell was too young or what. You know what I'm talking about? But if he would have just fought more the way he fought towards the end, I think he would have got Benavidez up out of there. Because I don't even think David Morrell, I think he was tired himself though, because he was getting caught with some hell of a shit. He was getting caught with some hard shit. But I don't think that he understood when he had Benavidez hurt sometimes. Because one time he had Benavidez, when the Benavidez was doing this shit, like, come on, that nigga was hurt up against them ropes, bruh. You didn't see that nigga throw no more punches. But like, I don't know. Because George Foreman used to say that about Holyfield too. He used to like, you gotta wait for Holyfield to once Holyfield get through throwing his combinations like he be throwing it, he said Holyfield be tired, and that's when you gotta get on him. And if you look at that fight, that's just what George did. But it seemed like Morrell would let that nigga throw, and right when you think he was finna get Morrell would crack that nigga with some shit. Morrell was cracking that nigga with some hard shit. That punch, they took a point away from him after the bell wobbled his ass. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga was walking back to that corner, you know what I'm talking about, looking a little bit like Devin. When y'all be talking about that Norris fight, yeah, he was wobbled. But it's like he never knew when he understood when he had him hurt. Even in the 12th round, it was like he didn't come out and try to, but shit, he might have been tired himself. So I don't know, I wasn't in the fight, you feel what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was some cool shit. I don't think Benavidez beats Canelo. I don't think nobody beats Canelo if you think, unless he just get too old and his punch resistance going on. I don't think you beat Canelo by like knocking him down or something. I just think you got an outboxing footwork or just beat on him for 12 rounds. I don't think them combination, man, you gonna get clipped fucking with Canelo, bro. Your body gonna get beat up fucking with Canelo. Canelo gonna have your ass up against the ropes, beating your arms up, bro. Canelo gonna be throwing a power shot with every motherfucking shot. You know what I'm talking about? So you gonna have to be able to weather all that shit and still have the will to want to fight him. But safe solitude, just that right there, man. I say, bro, what you over here talking about? Just safe solitude. You feel me? Because I think a lot of people on earth, I think that y'all think, especially if you ain't never had no money, I think that you think money will bring you peace. And a lot of time, it might, I don't know what your peace is, but a lot of time it won't, bro. Money will just let you be able to buy shit and go different places. A lot of times money really brings a headache, especially if a motherfucker know you got it. Oh, G's used to tell me shit like that when I was little. Say the only way you can have some money is to don't nobody know you had some. God damn. I ought to shout out 903 boxing one more time, because that nigga said something this morning. That nigga said, I'd rather say too much than bite my motherfucking tongue. Nigga, I'd rather go overboard than bite my tongue. I felt him on that. I've been living by that shit my whole life. Nigga, I ain't bullshitting with you, nigga. I'd rather say too much than not enough, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I told you, man, especially after I seen what I seen last year, like, you ain't gonna have to guess when I leave this motherfucker. You gonna know exactly how bruh felt. You gonna know exactly how I ain't leaving nothing up here, man. I ain't leaving nothing to take with me, man. I'm gonna let it all hang out, man. Safe solitude, though. Because I really think a lot of people think that, like, money brings you peace, and it really don't. It'll really bring you more of a headache and shit. I'm telling you, Ira used to tear our ass up when we was little. He used to tell us shit like that. Like, nigga, when you niggas ever get some real money, you gonna, you know what I'm talking about, you gonna do yourself. You know what I'm talking about, you niggas gonna go crazy. And I never understood that, bruh. You'll never understand that until you get a pocket full of money, man. You know what I'm talking about, that you can't spend in one day. You'll go crazy, bruh. I've actually had to stop fucking with people that I was real close to because they, like, money will make you, like, say you just got some kind of hustle, bro, right? Safe solitude. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Say you making $2,000 a day for a year. For a straight year, you was making $2,000 a day. You know what I'm talking about? you will lose yourself in the fact like that year that that shit will seem like you will be doing that shit forever, bruh. And you will see just how quick that shit will dry up. Now this shit was just going on for a year, bruh. You will be used to this shit. You know what I'm talking about? And that shit will dry up, bruh, and you will lose your motherfucking mind. You don't know what to do because this shit been going on for a year. It's been going on so long. You done forgot how I feel not to make $2,000 a day. That's why you got to be careful in anything you do, bruh. That's why it's just good to keep the game even. That's why it's not good to let money change you or being broke change you. It's good to be the same player as you through it all. That's why it's good to get out here and live life. You know what I'm talking about? But I seen shit like that. And most of the time, because like if you ain't never had no money, bro, you got to let people get that shit out their system. But you should be able to get that shit out your system kind of, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, so much. 90 days, 6 months or something. But you still doing the same shit after 4 months. I can't fuck with you no more, folks. Like your thrill ain't wore off yet, cause like this, a lot of that shit, or when I was fucking around, it wasn't good for business. You feel me? Because a motherfucker who spend their money soon as they got it, you ain't gonna have no money in a minute. You know what I'm talking about? You steady looking for shit to buy, bruh. You just gonna end up with a bunch of shit you gonna end up having to sell. I ain't bullshitting with you. I'd rather just save whatever money I'm gonna put to the side after that year making $2,000, and when the game ain't good no more, just count my money right there, and hopefully I can find a new game. But I'd rather have all my money after the end of the year than to just been buying shit with my $2,000 every day. I'm making $2,000 every day, but I don't know, nigga, be spending 1,800, nigga. So at the end of the day, you done made 2,000, but you go to sleep with 200 in your pocket. Fuck that. But I've actually had to stop fucking with people like that. You know what I'm talking about? Because they just wouldn't get that shit out there. Especially if you're doing some kind of crime or something. It ain't never good to be sticking out doing crime, bro. It ain't never be good to go on you on a motherfucking play with candy paint rims and all that shit ain't good, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You'll rather be you'll be better off in just a bucket. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't good to be on the play in Bugattis and shit, bro. That shit don't make no sense. That ain't the definition of under, bro. You feel me? You don't really want to be pulled up to the place just for 18 slapping. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about? You get yourself away real quick, man. Your life, you won't have no long lifespan in that thing right there. We just say solitude. And I know I got off on talking about money a little bit, but you gotta have that peace within, folks. On the say solitude, you might have, I don't know, you might like to go to the beach. You might like to just sit in the backyard. You might like to go to the mountains. I don't know, nigga. You might like to watch the news, but you have to have like some safe solitude place. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Coffee Chronicles, and that shit gotta come from within, bruh. Because like if your peace relies on material shit, bruh, you not gonna be at peace. You not, bruh. You only gonna be at peace when you got that shit. And you know the way this life is, man, it's more than not you gonna have this shit. You ain't gonna have shit. You know what I'm talking about? So all that shit you be wanting and shit, is a good chance that you might not even get to touch that shit that you think bring you peace. So you don't never want your peace and your joy, your have anything to rely on anything else but you, bruh. You gotta be happy from within first. You have to be at peace from within first. Safe solitude. Soggy Sunday ain't gonna never change. Because just like I don't know, bitches, nigga. Say it's a bitch. She only happy when she got a man. You get what I'm saying? Then y'all know that bitch, she run her mouth. So it's a good chance that bitch ain't finna have, she finna run out of men real quick. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, real quick. You get what I'm saying? But she's only happy, like you don't want your peace, your happiness, your joy. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Coffee Chronicles, you know what I'm talking about? Mama say, always brush them whiskers when you on TV, boy. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want your shit to lie in something else, bruh, because you might not have that shit. That's why everything gonna start and end with you. It's just how you decide to utilize the shit that's inside you. You know what I'm talking about? You know how we be running around here trying to work on everybody else with it. Everything you need to fix you is inside you. You know what I'm talking about? It's up to you to get your wrenches and hammers and shit, you know what I'm talking about, and put that shit together. You feel me? Safe solitude. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. But if your peace, your joy, your happiness and shit, if that shit don't lie within inside you, bruh, you not gonna be able to be happy, joy, at peace, any of that shit, bruh. If you don't have the shit that you think brings it. So if you a bitch and the only thing that make you happy is a nigga, just imagine how miserable you gonna be until you get a nigga. You gonna be unbalanced. If you a motherfucker, your happiness rely, I don't know, cars, nigga. And you don't have a car, bruh. That's how unhappy you gonna be until you always gonna, nigga, you don't fuck all that, bruh. You want that shit to come from within, so you don't need a motherfucking car, you don't need a motherfucking bitch, you don't need a motherfucking nigga, you don't need no watch, you don't need no check, you don't need nothing but just to wake up. You don't need no money, don't none of that shit matter, bruh. You can still find that safe solitude from within inside yourself. You feel me? I told you I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I never look at shit life, nigga, like I said, folks, I'm one of the motherfuckers, I bullshit you not. You guys, anybody that know me, nigga, the Warriors would be losing by 52 points. Somehow I done found a way where they could cover. You know what I'm talking about? And they was giving up 10. You know what I'm talking about? Somewhere in my head, bro, I could find the lane to how they could cover. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, they gonna need 22 stops and 16 three-pointers. And that's what I'll start looking for. That's one stop. That's one three-pointer. You know what I'm talking about? I can always see the way to where what's gonna get me to the promised land, folks. And that's just how I see life. Safe solitude. And I've been told y'all, for me, I love sports. So I like that shit when they be like last night, they had a good old fight card stacked up. You know what I'm talking about? That's the type of shit, you know what I'm talking about? I be at my best piece in. Now, I don't need none of that shit to be at peace, but that's just one of my safe solitudes, just watching a good old game like the Super Bowl coming up, kicking back, you know what I'm talking about? Shooting the shit, just talking to people, you know what I'm talking about? Then after the fight, everybody, you know what I'm talking about? At each other, what you think about the fight and all that, you know what I'm talking about? I dig that type of shit. After the game, motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? Like, man, did you see that uppercut that nigga caught that nigga with? You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? And all that shit. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Safe solitude. But you gotta work yourself at this, because we give, we just give this world too much credit, bruh. When you don't realize you is the world. It's like you give everybody else power over you. You don't realize you that motherfucker. You don't realize, nigga, one day you gonna pass, bruh. If you knew that, nigga, you'll be walking around this motherfucker strutting, nigga, like really proud, mobbing, nigga, on some real shit. You wouldn't be giving a fuck about what these motherfuckers say. You would, nigga, you would just be trying to live the most fullest life you could, bruh, before you leave this motherfucker, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Safe solitude. Because right now, you see how the drama fest is. You know what I'm talking about? Just in the world, bro. You see how it's just always something. They always got something for you to look out for. There's always some kind of tragedy. Just always some kind of wah, 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 wah. You know what I'm talking about? Just always some kind of shit like that. You feel me? But you got to navigate through all that over shit, bro. Because life ain't just about walking around this motherfucker being poor, paying bills. And if you don't look out, bro, like, that's what your life will consist of. Like, you never really got a chance to enjoy yourself. You spent your whole life arguing with motherfuckers and worrying about bills. You know what I'm talking about? For real. And they'll have you more concentrated about that shit than you is even living your life. Your life will consist of trying to make enough money to pay this light bill, your rent, and the gas. And you know what I'm talking about? You can't really, that's what your whole mission have become in life. To have enough money to pay these little bills. You know what I'm talking about? Just to get by. And before you look up, nigga, that's all you done did, bruh. You ain't even try to do nothing else. Safe solitude. You ain't even try to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm talking about? And every time an opportunity did come for you to enjoy yourself, you was so worried about paying them old punk ass bills, you didn't even take it. You better live. Told you, nigga, man, please. I hope I owe these people $962 trillion. And I told you, put a motherfucking note on my shit that says, as long as I owe you, you'll never be broke. You know what I'm talking about? Never be broke. You know what I'm talking about, man? Fuck these people. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all better start trying to tell you, man. Calling people buff one day. But see, that's what I'm saying, bro. If we was really, because I keep hearing people say this shit periodically. Like if all the black people just came together, nigga, and didn't nobody pay no bills, nigga, this whole motherfucking world would crash. But we ain't gonna sit around and do no shit like that, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Because you're gonna have one of them niggas just like you got in the penitentiary. Man, I need my beef picante soup. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna have one of them niggas. They say everybody go to the store, get what you need, man, because we ain't going to the store no more. You know what's hella funny about that? I'm gonna tell you, every time I've been in the penitentiary, I'm gonna tell you what's hella funny about that to me. They'll actually do that for a ride. They'll pass and know, look, we finna shut this motherfucker down, nigga. Everybody go to the store, get what you need, nigga, because this motherfucker finna be shut down for some months. But they won't do that to shut the store down. They'll do it to get on, you know what I'm talking about? That's what ain't never made no sense to me. You ain't for you'll risk, like with the war type shit, to not go to the store for 3 months. Why don't everybody just hit that motherfucker big one time and we ain't going to this motherfucker the whole penitentiary until they change the prices? But nobody ever thought like that. But they was willing not to go to that shit as long as they could do harm to one another. Coffee Chronicles. See what I'm saying? And you tell me we don't think fucked up. You willing to miss that shit to fuck one and over, but you ain't willing to miss that shit to help everybody. It's gonna take the same amount of time. 2, 3, 4 months. Not go to the store for 1 month. Nigga, everything on that motherfucker be like 48 cents. Nigga, like that motherfucking store they had up in the Puma J. You know what I'm talking about? At Ross. Nigga, everything in that shit would be 49 cents, nigga. But we ain't gonna sacrifice. But say Solitude, man. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Say, bro, you get political sometimes. I'm just telling you, I think we think crazy as a motherfucker all the time, really. You know what I'm talking about? But just say Solitude, bruh. Make sure that shit come from within inside you. Make sure you at peace with yourself. Because if you not at peace with yourself, bruh, you're not going to be at peace on this earth. And that's what you're getting the product of right now, bruh. People that's not at peace with themselves. On some real shit. That's what you're getting the product of right now. Like I told you, man, these new motherfuckers, the hybrid motherfuckers, bruh, they running around, especially niggas. That's how the niggas then got like bitches, bruh. The behaviors of the motherfucking people in the world today, bruh. Everybody running around with that broken bitch mind, like my baby daddy did. So like everybody running around with that kind of like mindset. Whether you didn't even fuck with a bitch or a nigga, motherfuckers be tripping on their parents, motherfuckers. Like it's weird, folks, on some real shit. So it seems like nobody's ever really had an inner peace. Everybody's still really tripping on some shit from yesteryear. You know what I'm talking about? It's like we still buffering, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like our shit ain't caught up to now. We still buffering, nigga. And every time that motherfucker start playing, it's like it's stuck in the same spot, and it won't let you get past that spot. As soon as that motherfucker start buffering, you right back to whatever shit you tripping off of. You know, start buffering again. You know what I'm talking about, man? We need to get up into the now. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Coffee Chronicles. But more importantly, bro, you just gonna have to be at peace with self. You gotta be happy from within, bro. You gotta be proud of that shit you is. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it's real good to be out here in this community, man, in the real world. That's why it's good to be a upstanding citizen. You know what I'm talking about, man? On some real shit. That's why it's just good to Cause one of the main things we do, Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. What you say, bro? Old lady. Cause one thing we do, we always want something that we don't want to give. Like we always want to be respected, but disrespected. You get it. I've been telling y'all this shit for 3 years. We always want something that we don't want to give. We just want you to just do what we want. You know what I'm talking about? We want you to come around us and show the utmost respect. Something straight out of comic book. Say Solitude though. Don't let your peace, happiness, joy, and all that shit, man. Your tranquility. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let all that shit lie in another something else other than you. Cause if you do, when you got that shit, you ain't gonna be able to bask in your tranquility. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna be at peace. You need something else to make you that ain't good. And that's why you got a product out here like everybody walk around angry. You know what I'm talking about? Just looking at something else to be angry about. You got to be at peace with self. And to keep it real, and this is what's fucked up, bruh. Because until you at peace with self, you're not even going to be grateful. You're not. You ain't going to like nothing. You're going to be mad at everything. You ain't going to appreciate shit. It's just going to be, you like, if somebody gave you $100, you'll be like, thank you. You know what I'm talking about? In the next 10 minutes, you'll be talking shit. You'll thank them for right there. Oh, thank you. That's good. In the next 6 seconds, you'll be ungrateful. Because when you're not at peace with self, you're just not at peace. So it doesn't allow you to be grateful. It really doesn't allow you to be appreciative of nothing. It just basically give you the fuel to be bitter, criticize, and just, you know what I'm talking about? I don't like that. Just like Grumpy Smurf. You know what I'm talking about? I hate noodles. You know what I'm talking about? No, that shit right there. Nephew says, old man, old lady. Nephew says, old man, old lady. What you say, bro? Old lady. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you, man. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. Safe Solitude. Me personally, I just, cause I'm telling you, man, just like I was saying yesterday on my live, bruh, I'm just not up here with no, old school mumbo jumbo, bruh. I've actually made 180 degree, like, change in myself, and somebody gonna say, bruh, you didn't change and you still ignorant as a motherfucker. I know motherfucker with, you know what I'm talking about? No, for real, bruh, I had to do that shit myself. You know what I'm talking about? I did. So I'm just not up here telling you no shit that I ain't did myself. I don't believe in that, folks. I'm just telling you that you can do it, bro. Ask anybody that know me for real, bro. Shout out niggas like Lee, Slow, Han and them. Like, bro, man, I'm proud of you, folks. You really didn't change. Keep on going, bro. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. I done had to change myself, bro. Had to change the way I thought. This shit, bro. But you gotta work on yourself. You really gotta clock in, though. You can't just run around here talking about I'm working on myself. When really you just being the same old you. You know what I'm talking about? That's why your checks look like that. You know what I'm talking about every week. That's why your checks look like that every week on yourself. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't gave you nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Peanuts. God damn, blood. They say, why you fuck with it like that? Because if I know, there ain't nobody else is. Soggy Sunday, they ain't gonna never change. It's your partner worldwide, man. You know what I'm talking about? But on some real shit, Safe Solitude, bro. You gotta be at peace with yourself. Whatever shit y'all be having in your head and still mad about and all that, bro, you gotta be at peace with yourself. Because if you're not gonna be at peace, bro. And if you're not at peace, you're gonna be at unpeace. Once again, that's why we got the product that we do around this motherfucker. You're gonna be at an unpeace, bro. You know, people at unpeace, they just unruly. You see people, it's like you be motherfucker waiting 2 lines in a line. Hey man, this line sure is long. You know what I'm talking about? All that shit right there. Would you come on for Christ's sakes and all that? You just gonna be unruly, bruh. So you ain't gonna never be at peace. You ain't gonna never be able to tap into your player bone, man, and just kick on back, pop your collar, man. You know what I'm talking about? And just, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna be able to do that. You're gonna be unruly. Man, come on, guys, you know, for Christ's sakes. What do I know? Only you can prevent forest fires, man. With that one right there, you don't remember nothing else. Always remember, it don't cost nothing. Just to show a little bit of that love.